Hi, it's Suzy with another quick exercise tip. Now this week is National Pain Week in Australia, and so I thought I'd share with you a couple of different exercise options to help in the management of knee pain. Up to 1 in 5 people experience knee pain at some point in their life, so it can be quite debilitating. And the knee can go through various stages where it settles down and it becomes a little bit more irritable at other times, where it doesn't like too much movement. Now when it comes to pain, we know that there are a set of exercises called isometric exercises which can be really helpful in managing pain. It can help you exercise, strengthen the muscles around the area, and also change the sensitivity of the nervous system for conditions like knee pain. So I'm going to show you 2 options today. Now the first option we'll start with is the easier of the 2, and all you need is a chair. And what we're going to do is we're going to sit in the chair, make sure that we're sitting up nice and tall, and then we're going to move our knee into 3 different positions, and we're just going to hold those positions for 10 seconds. So I'm going to hold the first position, which is a slight bend of the knee, or a slight extension of the knee, I should say. I'm going to hold that position for 10 seconds. Now the thigh muscle should be feeling quite fatigued here, but you shouldn't get any pain in your knee. So you might need to play around with the angle a little bit to make sure that you're not getting any knee pain. Now, provided you can do that, we'll have a short break period, and then we're going to move into a little bit more extension of the knee or straightening of the knee. So instead of being in this position, the next position we're going to find is about the midpoint between my foot being flat and my knee being completely extended. And again, I'm going to hold this position for 10 seconds, and I should feel those thigh muscles working nice and hard, but no pain around the knee. The final position, you probably guessed it, is with the knee completely straight. So provided you can do this and it doesn't cause you knee pain, coming into as straight a knee as you comfortably can, keeping the rest of your posture up nice and tall, and trying to hold that again for 10 seconds. So there are 3 different positions for different reasons. We want to make sure that we're strengthening those thigh muscles in those different ranges, because we use the knee in different circumstances. Sometimes we need the knee to be a bit stronger when we're straighter, as we're using it while we're standing up. Other times we're bending down to pick things up, and sometimes we're right in the middle using the knees to support us while we do something else with our arms. So it's good to train all 3 areas of that knee bend. Now that's the first exercise. The second exercise that's quite good, involving those isometric exercise or those holding positions, is using the wall and just doing a wall squat. So for the wall squat, it's really important, if you do have irritable knees, to have your feet a little bit further out in front. And you'll start the movement by leaning back on the wall. Now from this position here, you're going to squat down just slightly to start with, making sure that we're not getting pain in the knee again. So you might need to alter your position. You might only have a very slight amount of knee bend, or you might be able to go a tiny bit lower. But you find a position that you can manage for between 5 and 10 seconds where you don't have any pain on the knee. So we might get to this position here. We're going to keep the rest of the body up against the wall, and we're going to hold that position. Again, feeling the thigh muscles working but not experiencing pain. Now, if I wanted to extend this a little bit further and focus a little bit more pressure on one side relative to the other, what I can do, let's imagine that my right knee is my painful knee. I'm going to move into my little squat position, and then I'm going to lift the heel of my left leg, so that now my right leg is taking a little bit more of the load rather than evenly distributing the load between both sides. And I'm still going to hold for between 5 and 10 seconds, depending on when I feel as though those thigh muscles have had enough exercise. So again, aiming for 3 repetitions in that position. You'll notice that with both of the movements, we're focusing more on the length of the hold rather than continuing to move up and down into those positions. And that's what really defines an isometric exercise compared to what we would call more of a dynamic knee exercise, like a squat or a lunge. So I hope you've enjoyed today's tip. Stay safe, stay active, and I'll see you soon for another quick exercise tip.